YouTubers, this is Melissa and I'm doing a video today to show you what I made with my doing my scraps challenge, and if I can I will insert a photo here in the beginning. I'm going to get right to it. So I was able to make a layout and a bunch of cards, so here we go. So here's my first project. This is a 12 by 12 layout, and I used the scraps here, and brought in from my stash this piece, this 12 by 12, and this turquoise. But everything else, any like embellishments, of course, I grabbed. This is a layout I had to keep very minimal because it's going into a book that is like a community book for a group that I belong to, and I didn't want it to be too overwhelming. So I did want to share something. So I did stamp on my layout, which I try to do on every single layout. And then these letters, whenever you see me use these letters, it's actually something fun that I like, making my own like little letters, customized colors. And what I do is, this stamp from Stampin' Up, it's no longer available, but pretty much any small alpha stamp would probably do. But way back when, they used to sell this cute little square punch. I'm not sure if you can get it anymore, but anytime I have alphabets stamped, like they look like alpha stickers, but they're squares and custom colors, that's what I'm using. So I had someone ask me in a video not long ago, what that was, and so that's what it is. But so yeah, so there's an overview of that. Super easy, very quick. I made a bunch of cards, which I was able to make 2 of these. And if any of you are curious, my cards are smaller, but I tend to like the A1 size, which is the RSVP size. So most of my cards tend to be like 3.5 by almost 5. But I was able to use up some felt borders. I took some Stampin' Up! Pearls and colored them with a turquoise Spectrum Noir marker. These were the strips of paper, the green here. And then this absolutely is a Simon exclusive, and this amazing is from the Winnie and Walter, one of their stamp sets. So I made 2 of those, and then I used my Cameo, and I made 2 of these. I used my Cameo and I set the panels to cut my 3 butterflies, and then this is actually Winnie and Walter as well. It's one of their cut files that you get when you buy their stamps. They give you free cut files for a little bit of time. So in essence, I was going to have 3 butterflies, since I used the negative. So I wanted to do something with them. So, and again, this was the pattern paper I was using up. So I went ahead and I made this card, still using the scraps from this one pile. It's a lot of turquoise and greens and things like that. This is a birthday card. And how I made these butterflies is I just used my Inktense pencils on white Michaels cardstock, and then I used some a little bit of Barn Door Tim Holtz ink and some walnut stain. And actually, from what I've noticed, when you hit like Michaels cardstock, it pilled a little bit when I added the water, but when you hit that with your heat tool, it curls, which is nice because for a butterfly, having some curled cardstock is really nice. Get some really great dimension. So I like that. And so then, and I'm always looking to add, I almost always buy craft colored gift bags, such as this. You can buy it at any, it's very easy, gender neutral, it keeps me having a nice supply. But so I wanted to make some tags, and so I made 2 tags, again, using up those butterflies. And, I can tie them onto the gift bag. But what I also do is I use a lot of these bags. And the nice thing about these is you can fold them, put whatever you want in. And you can, tie this ribbon into a bow, and adhere it with one of these mini paper clips. So really fun, and a great little tag to just have in your stash, just for a in case. So excuse me. And so 2 more from that paper. Both of these were, I had quite a bit. This was my biggest pile, this paper. It actually came from a mini kit, and this was left after I made the album. So I cut this thanks from a Winnie and Walter digital cut file, and then the so much was from one of their stamps. So, okay, so on to another pile of scraps. If any of you make masculine cards, you might feel my pain. Anytime I give masculine cards to anybody besides like my dad or my husband, I feel like they get, just pitched. So, in a teenage boys or anything like that in my life, I have a tendency to want to keep the cards very minimal. I still want to make them a card because I haven't bought a card in like 15 years. But I want to keep it very minimal and not a lot of time because I feel like I won't lose any sleep if this goes in the trash. So with this leftover scraps, I saw this idea very similar with washi. I used a little dimensional under the banner there to give my happy birthday a pop. Added some mini brads, and that was it. So when this gets tossed, I won't lose any sleep over it. And then lastly, I am always looking for like last minute. My husband's always like, oh, we got invited to so-and-so's house for dinner. So we almost never show up empty-handed. So I wanted to make some last minute wine tags. Now this was from one of my last paper piles. So I wanted to make some wine tags, and this fits really nice on a wine bottle. And there's tons of tutorials on wine tags out there, but I will tell you my dimensions are 8 long by 3, and then I score this at like 2 7/8, and then I use the 1 3/4 inch punch and punch it in the center, as close to the center as I can get. So my friend had given me these cork hearts. Fancy Pants, it came with a whole package of different shapes, but the dimension on these is huge, and so I've been saving them and using them for gifts that I like hand deliver, excuse me, or gift tags and things that I know I'm giving in person, because it's a lot of dimension for even a scrapbook page for me, because it's just a lot. So I distressed everything, distressed these to make them look pop off this paper more. I added some sequins, and this Enjoy stamp is from a Stamps of Life. It's like a popcorn set. It's really cute. So anyways, but if you didn't give wine, it was easy enough. It's easy enough to just omit this piece and attach it to a gift bag too. But yeah, very easy, and I made 2 of these, and so there was only a tiny bit of scraps left. And actually, what I did was anything that was big enough to cut into the size of a Project Life card, I went ahead and did that, but it really only got 3 cards from there. The rest was really in the trash because I felt like, I made some more stuff with it. I got a decent amount of stuff out of that little bit of scraps, and it was a fun little challenge for me. And, one of the things I will say is, that for people that get kits and things in the mail, it was actually quite enjoyable to sit down and know that you were using just that product. You weren't, because sometimes, I'm not going to lie, I have a lot of stuff, so it gets a little overwhelming pulling products from my stash to try to use on projects and things, but, I seem to always pull through. But, so the nice thing about, like, giving myself that small, I had 4 piles, so those 4 small piles was that, I was going to see what I could do my best with, and, try to come up with, the best that I could. So, so there is one thing I want to share on the video, just because it was my newfound discovery, but I am obsessed with anything travel related, which I probably have mentioned in past videos if you've watched any of my other videos. But so I love geotags. I love adding geotags to number spots on road trips. All that sort of stuff. And I saw not too long ago that Studio Calico had some dies, and they looked very similar to this, except one had a heart and one had a star in the middle. Well, I thought, gosh, there's got to be a way I can do that. And so I went and I bought this Fiskars Petal by Petal Squeeze Punch. And, I have small little heart dies, or you could even use a heart punch and dies to add to that to make to my own. And they're white, so I can color them whatever color I want. So just a fun little thing, another fun idea. And again, this is called the Petal by Petal Punch from Fiskars. It's a squeeze punch. So super fun. I know I'm going to have fun with these. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just let me know, and I'll do my best to answer them. All right. Have a great week. Thanks. Bye.